Good morning. You want shotgun shot dimensions of all the different size of shot that can be in your shells. You have the smallest one being dust, number 12, number 11, number 10, number 9, number 8.5, number 8, 7.5, 7, 6, 5, 4.5, 4, 3, 2, number 1. E EB is going to be 177. That's the same caliber as an air gun. BB, BBB, T, TT, FF. It's the size of the metal balls that you can get inside the shotgun when you're choosing your um, cartridges that you want to buy. If you're planning on making your own shotgun shot loadout cartridges or what have you. This is the diagram to show you the size of each of what the ball generally what size of the specific ones are. I think these ones are more. These are like a Birdshot. These ones are Buckshot. The FF is a really pretty big bearing. They're pretty big. Like I think FF would be seen in those 12 gauges. You can get them in 12 gauges. Actually, I think you can get FF even in a 410 or whatever, but you only get 3 FFs or whatever. I'm not sure. FF, I don't think. Well, I've seen FF before. Let me see. They're the big balls. Let me see. 3 times 10 rounds shot. Oh, and then you got slugs too. Number 4 buckshot. 00 buckshot. There may be other diagrams as well. BB shot. BB shot is bigger than Birdshot. And then slightly bigger than BB is, I guess, what you would consider Buckshot. Once you start getting to be... Oh, actually, sorry. No, this may be Buckshot as well. Number 4. I'm not sure. You tell me. But if you want to... I'm just learning the different shots and the dimensions of the shots of your what would you call it? I just almost had the word. What your shotgun cartridge is filled with for your specific shotgun cartridge. There was a word for what it's filled with. This is a rifled slug, shot shell. There's all different shells. But we're looking at shot shells with the BBs, the Birdshot, the Buckshot, your steel balls or what have you. And they're slugs. But the steel balls, there's all different sizes, ranging from that small Birdshot all the way to the big Buckshots, but there's every little dimension in between, or diameter. There's every little diameter in between for your specific needs. They even had specialty, what I would call specialty shotgun shot shells and whatnot. My dad told me, he said, "Oh, I gotta because he was never one of the ones to get one of these ones." So he surprised me. I was proud of my dad. He said that he bought some of those specialty Dragon's Breath or something like that rounds. These ones will light a fire whenever they hit. Yeah. Pepper, hammer. Oh, there's ones that are filled up with those lachettes or machetes, or what do they call those? Lachiettes? Or whatever the heck they're called. Look at this one here. Jingle shell collection. This is for the holidays. Flechette, Dragon's Breath. You get a ball and chain, a buck and slug. So they even make combinational ones where you get a slug and then it's followed by buckshot, or the other way around. Oh, this looked like a reusable shotgun cartridge shell. Shotgun shell. Look at these ones. They make keychains out of them. They're just sort of, I think it was originally a real shotgun primer and all that, or what have you, and then they, or a case right here, and then they, or whatever they would call this, and then they put some wood in it and made a keychain out of it. What is this part of it called, of the shotgun shell? Is that called the primer? What is this specific called? The brass of the shotgun shell, the primer, the seating, shotgun shell seating of the shotgun shell, the casing, not the plastic casing, but the where the primer sits, the brass primer casing. We got all different ones here. Napalm Incinerary. Never did it before. American Specialty Ammo and Sample Pack. You get the, this is the sample pack. I think my dad maybe just got a sample pack. I'm not sure. You get a Dragon's Breath, you get a Flechette, and you get a ball and chain. Super Buck and Slug. Doom, doom, doom. 12 gauge. Buck and Bird, it looks like. Nickel plated. Looking on this shotgun shell, that brass casing or whatever, it looks like it's either under the shell, like this part, nylon or whatever the hell it is. Over this, it's not, so that's different. Or it's a completely different one. I think they even make plastic ones too. Here they've just cut and opened the shotgun, the pre-made shells, and they took out the oh, and there goes the word again. They took out the I would say loadout, but it's not loadout. They took out the, oh, I almost had the word. Oh, I almost had it again. Payload. They took out the payload. Something like that, I think was the word. Rock salt enhanced compound, salt and pepper. Large grain rock salt and pepper blast Israeli compound. Not grandpa's rock salt, less lethal deterrent. So if you got to shoot at somebody or at, they're saying this rock salt stuff's pretty good if that person ain't that big of a threat and you need a less lethal deterrent. Terminator. 12 gauge Terminator rounds. Confetti ammo. It just shoots confetti. That would be good for say at weddings and whatnot. Now I see, yeah, you can get the shotgun shells that are all one piece. It's not a separate casing in the metal part or what have you. It's with a primer in the. It's one uniformed shotgun shell. Rubber balls, even. Some specialty steel shot, multi-range duplex shot shell. So it's a really nice steel shot for multi-range Remington has. You can see the shot size is here, BB times 4. So you could go back here and see there's BB. There's 4 of those in there. So it's probably BB, the this one. This one is generally the one that they put in air guns. These BBs are going to be larger, slightly larger, noticeably larger than air gun BBs. And it's saying that each one here has 4 of those in it. Confetti rounds, that would be something, like I said, really cool to see at a wedding or something, like for those families. Those shotgun families, they're well known for having shotguns. You know, it's the wedding or something, and they got a shotgun. They let the confetti ammo off. We got M85 core shot. That's what that's called. M855 core shot. Machete. Ultra buck. Look at how many balls they fit in that ultra buck. 410 ammunition. Then you got the gauges, the dimension of the actual cartridge, not anything to do with what's inside of it. To fit your gun, depending on what firearm that you do have at your disposal, whether you own it or whether you're using it, will determine which cartridge that you end up getting. 12 gauge. Your 12 gauge is a really pretty, it's either your most famous cartridge, it's your most famous gun that shoots the 12 gauge cartridge, is the 12 gauge shotgun. But it's also pretty powerful. It's got a really, really big blast to it. It's a fairly, I guess it's the one of the it's the most popular, I believe. And regular rifled slug, mini slugs. Oh, look at these. I've never seen these mini cartridges. These ones have like 223 bullets hanging out of them. I guess that would be considered a flechette, which I believe is a French word. I've never seen these before. Little miniature shotgun shells. Not sure what's inside these. They could even be blank. I'm not sure. Maybe not, though. I'm not sure what would be in those. But beside the actual ammunition and whatnot that's put inside the shell, well, actually, ammunition, beside the loadout that they put in the shell, they have sort of a wadding that they put here to keep everything in place, and then it's like a little foam piece or a little cotton piece, and it sits right in there. And sometimes they do all different stuff to wrap this front part, almost like a firecracker. Is a good explanation. The kind of those ones that you go to the store during New Year's and you can buy them and they're not too expensive, and all you have to do is twist it and it pops. Like one of these. Well, not one of these, but it's hard to explain. There's the one firecracker. They used to sell it anyway, and you just kind of twisted it and it popped for New Year's, and it let out all the confetti poppers. Very similar concept to a confetti popper is what these shotguns are, or sorry, these shotgun cartridges. Kind of like, the shotgun popper has some paper. I mean, sorry, the confetti popper has some paper on the top of it, and then when you squeeze it or twist it or what have you, it pops out the top, and the top just that's kind of the same thing with the shotgun rounds. For some of them, the slugs hang out of it, but as you can see here, see how it's like that paper, and then inside is some very dangerous stuff. It's not confetti. You have like I said, all different filaments that they do inside of these shotgun shells. Really unbelievable just how much are available, not just with the shotgun shells, but yeah, just shotgun shells. I mean, just really fascinating to just know how much is down there in the United States anyway. I mean, we have them up here too. And we have lots up here. I mean, we have lots up here, but down in the United States, it's like candy. Everybody's got shotgun shells. I mean, they sell them just look at how many pictures of shotgun shells and videos we can pull up. And it's like, no wonder we have so many murders. But it's our right to carry. And I'm a person that generally wants to own a shotgun legally and all that too. But at the same time, knowing all those people that are out there that I fear, like they're like, and probably everybody generally that I know would fear, it's kind of scary to know how much goddamn guns and stuff are out there. But the companies are not discriminative. All they really care about is selling their gun and making the money off of it. They don't want you to talk about how it's kind of scary how much weapons there are out there, and it's like no wonder we have all these mass shootings. It's just normality. They've had those mass shootings since I was a kid. It's a normal thing. It's part of our culture. Even though it shouldn't be, because you got whoever the most powerful people are, they just want to sell their shotguns and eat food and all that. Now, that's not saying I don't want a shotgun. I do want a shotgun. Who doesn't? It seems like almost everybody's got one. Even homeless people have guns. And everybody thinks their opinion is more important than the next person's. Yeah. So, I mean, what kind of person are you going to be with your shotgun? Because I guess they just let everyone be whoever they want to be with their shotguns, except the people that really deserve a shotgun. I remember when my dad, who knows if he sits on the porch with his shotgun? He should. Because I remember when them boys, that Bertram, rolled by in his car. You know what they did, that Cody Bertram? They pulled out an Uzi and tried to do an Uzi drive-by. Tennessee. I was like, holy hell. It's like, I thought we were we had 2 houses, 16 acres. And some kid in a fucking single wide trailer with 6 people all in one trailer can roll up with an Uzi out of jealousy and shoot at a homeowner that owns 16 acres, 2 houses, and they come from living in like a shack. So once I seen that, I was like, oh, I want to go back to Canada because I thought it was no, everybody has a gun. All right, from the most from the ground up. It's not just responsible people. It's like, oh, this guy lives under the bridge. He's got an Uzi. Watch out, you know. And that's how it is down in the United States. Everybody's got a goddamn gun, even the goddamn nobody. Because you don't even need a license, and only you can go and pick one up for. I had to pay $1,300 for my revolver, but in the United States you can pick one up for fucking 150, 150. I bet you even $20 in the United States you could probably buy a Derringer. Well, we're just waiting on that next mass shooting to laugh at.